is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington. We begin tonight with breaking news. President Trump has just been evacuated after an apparent shooting at the White House Correspondents Dinner after loud bangs were heard. The President, First Lady, Vice President, and members of the cabinet were rushed out of the ballroom of the Washington Hilton. The French news agency AFP is quoting a cabinet member as saying shots were fired. Law enforcement fired shots inside the ballroom in a hallway. Someone is in custody, but we don't know who. An Associated Press source says neither the president nor the vice president were injured. Police in Chicago say a prisoner who'd been
negotiations between the U.S., Israel, and Iran.
Again, the breaking news tonight. Loud bangs were heard at the White House Correspondents Association dinner at the Washington Hilton. The Secret Service evacuated President Trump. We are told he has not been injured. This is CBS News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington. President Trump, Vice President Vance, and cabinet members are safe and uninjured after a gunman fired shots outside the security area of the ballroom of the Washington Hilton tonight. The president was there to speak at the White House Correspondents Association dinner. CBS News White House correspondent Weijia Zhang is the president of the White House Correspondents Association. She says she spoke to the president after the shooting.
He wanted to emphasize that nobody was hurt. He and the First Lady, the cabinet, everybody's safe. The president will be having a press briefing at the White House in 30 minutes. That is not a joke.
Indeed, President Trump has confirmed on social media he will give a briefing tonight at the White House, and he has said he wants the event to be rescheduled within 30 days. CBS Evening News anchor Tony DeCopel on the chaos.
The Secret Service team was not on the stage with the president, so they had a lot of ground to cover when this threat emerged, and they moved very quickly, and they were throwing everything in their path out of the way.
A person is in custody. Here's CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
If anything, this reminds us of Butler, Pennsylvania, when the president was shot at in August 2024. There are people here in attendance tonight who cover the presidency covering that event when it happened. So undoubtedly, they are certainly recalling those terrible and scary moments.
CBS's Weijia Zhang with the final word tonight on the importance of journalism.
I said earlier tonight that journalism is a public service because when there is an emergency, we run to the crisis, not away from it. And on a night when we are thinking about the freedoms in the First Amendment, we must also think about how fragile they are. I saw all of you reporting, and that's what we do.
Again, President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, the First Lady, cabinet members, all safe and uninjured after a shooting outside the ballroom of the Washington Hilton. Multiple shots were fired at a security checkpoint. A suspect is in custody. More throughout the evening on this CBS station. This is CBS News.